We have our Planning Commission Vice Chair, Robert Bluth, Public Works Representative, Thomas Hardy,
Here.
and the staff members present are Planning Manager Levi Hill, Associate Planner Christy Sabdo, and myself, Recording Secretary Barrera. And I'll go ahead and announce how to join our meetings via Zoom Gov, a secure service that connects you live with no lag time. This meeting is also streamed live on youtube.com/City of Monterey. It's also streamed on Comcast Channel 25. If you would like to provide public comment, please join the meeting using Zoom or by telephone, making sure to join in time to accommodate delays. To join the Zoom meeting from a computer or phone, use the link or phone numbers on the agenda posted at isearchmonterey.org. To join by telephone, dial 833-568-8864, then enter the webinar ID. Today's webinar ID is 160-161-8047. To provide public comment via Zoom, please use the raise your hand function at the bottom of your screen. To provide comments by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand, then *6 to unmute when called upon. Public commenters will be announced using their last 3 phone number digits or the name they've typed into Zoom. Public commenters will be muted until it's their turn to speak. Please turn off TV or computer speakers or go to another room while connected, as background noise interferes with the broadcast. Public speakers will be called upon in order of hands raised. There is a 3-minute time limit for today's meeting. Please stay within that limit. Thank you.
Thanks, Erica. So why don't we start with the consent agenda? It looks like we only have the minutes from July 17th. So we can do that, and then we'll go to public comment. Do you have any comments?
I have no comments, so I'll make a motion to approve the consent item agenda, which is only the minutes from the July 17th meeting.
Okay, I don't see anybody here. Anybody online that might comment on that?
There's one attendee online, but their hand is not raised.
Okay. So we have a motion by Tom. I'll, I guess, second it if I can legally do that. And do you want to do a vote, Erica?
Sure. Chair Bluth?
Aye.
Committee Member Hardy?
Aye.
The minutes are approved.
Yay. Okay, let's see. Let's do any public comment on items not on the agenda. There's no one here, but anybody online that would like to comment?
There are no hands raised online.
Okay, let's close public comment then and go on to the first public appearance item. We have 2200 Garden Road and 2300 Garden Road lot line adjustment application SD 23-0079 to adjust the lot line separating the existing lot at 22 Garden Road, APN 013-312-015-000 and existing lot at 2300 Garden Road, APN 013-312-004-000. Applicant is Daniel Zordek. Christy, do you have a presentation for us?
I do.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Christy Sabdo, Associate Planner with the City of Monterey. And I'll be presenting the lot line adjustment for 2200 and 2300 Garden Road. So the project is located on Garden Road, and I show the location here on this map. They're adjacent to each other. The general plan designation is industrial, and the zoning is IR, which is industrial. And then we have religious assembly, emergency shelter overlay, and the multifamily overlay. Just here's a photo of 2200 Garden Road. There's an existing structure on the property. And there is also on 2300 Garden Road, but you can't see it from the road. So I show an aerial. You drive in and then you can see the building. So here are the existing parcels as they are now before the proposed adjustment. So on 2200 Garden Road, there currently contains a government tenant and a pet hospital. There's currently undergoing interior remodeling for that pet hospital. And there's an existing building at 2300 Garden Road that's currently vacant, and the property owner is in the process of obtaining approvals for multifamily housing. And the structures on the property is going to be demolished through that project. for a proposed multifamily project.
Mhm.
So the applicant representing both property owners proposes the lot line adjustment. It's being proposed in order to close a real estate transaction, transferring approximately 2.78 acres of mostly undeveloped land from 2200 Garden Road to 2300 Garden Road. And when I say mostly undeveloped land, I mean where the line lies in between the properties. So here's the proposed lot line adjustment. You'll see some easements, but it's extending beyond the easements, and it would not impede upon any existing parking or any buildings like anything like that. So the lot line adjustment is occurring on undeveloped land. So there's a difference of 2.78 acres. So 2200 Garden Road would go from approximately 5.7 acres to 2.9, and 2300 Garden Road would go from 7.2 to approximately 10 acres. And so I will march through the findings here for a lot line adjustment. The lot line adjustment is between 4 or fewer existing adjoining parcels where the land taken from one parcel is added to an adjoining parcel, and where a greater number of parcels than originally existed is not thereby created. Proposed lot line adjustment is between 2 parcels where the land taken from one parcel is being added to another adjoining parcel, and where a greater number of parcels than originally existed is not being created. Finding 2, a local agency or advisory agency shall limit its review and approval to a determination of whether or not the parcels resulting from the lot line adjustment will conform to the local general plan and any applicable specific plan, coastal plan, zoning plan, and building ordinances. So I have reviewed the proposed lot line adjustment, and it does conform with the IR district standards. The minimum parcel size is 130 square feet. The minimum lot width is 250 feet. The minimum depth is 300 feet. It does meet that. And it would not result in any changes to existing buildings or parking lots or uses. And I just like it's in the staff report, I've included the table of the existing IR district standards and how the proposed parcel 1 and 2 conform with that. So finding 3, an advisory agency or local agency shall not impose conditions or exactions on its approval of a lot line adjustment, except to conform to the local general plan or applicable specific plans or other plans and ordinances, to require the prepayment of real estate property taxes prior to the approval of a lot line adjustment, or to facilitate the relocation of existing utilities, infrastructures, or easements. The proposed lot line adjustment conditions would ensure that the proposal conforms to building ordinances. Finding 4, no tentative map, parcel map, or final map shall be required as a condition to the approval of a lot line adjustment. The applicant provided a lot line adjustment exhibit. It's called a parcel map. We didn't require a parcel map, but it's been provided. The city, like I said, the city didn't require it, but they did provide it, and that's what's going to be recorded with the county. The lot line adjustment shall be reflected in a deed, which shall be recorded. No record of survey shall be required for a lot line adjustment. The lot line adjustment will be reflected in a deed that will be recorded by the city of Monterey at the county. A record of survey was not required by the city. However, the applicant did submit a lot line adjustment, which it's also called parcel map, and it was prepared by a licensed land surveyor. A local agency shall approve or disapprove a lot line adjustment within the California permit streamlining deadlines. The lot line adjustment application was deemed complete on June 30th. In order to meet the California Permit Streamlining Act, a decision on the application needs to be made within 60 days of the completeness date, which is on or before August 29th, and today is the 18th. So as long as a decision is made today, one way or the other, we meet the California Permit Streamlining Act. Staff recommends that the minor subdivision committee adopt a resolution approving the lot line adjustment between 2200 and 2300 Garden Road. And staff is available for any questions. The applicant is online as well.
Thanks, Christy.
Sure.
Tom, do you have any questions?
I heard Christy, I just wanted to confirm, you said that all the parking, I'm thinking, 2,200. I know there's parking around that existing building.
Mhm.
That's all going to be on the new parcel, the boundary line. All the parking, they won't be parking on both properties, right? So let me refresh. On parcel one, which is 2,200, there's an existing building and parking lot, and I just wanted to confirm that all of the existing parking will remain on the one parcel instead of straddling the line between the two. And I think you said that in your report, but I
Yes,
just wanted to.
let me show you the. Yes, so the lot line will be to the right of the existing parking. So it's within kind of like a green space area. So it doesn't change where the parking is. They stay on their own parcels.
Great, thank you,
Mm, sure.
fantastic, thanks.
So the utilities are the only easement that you reflected on that one graphic.
Utilities and we can look. I don't have the names of all the easements, but
I'm just curious if that's all it was.
yeah, and we can ask the applicant, which he'll probably know that.
And then it's 2100 Garden Road. Have they been in front of ARC yet, or are they still with staff working on their plans for the housing development there?
For which property?
I think it's 2100 that's going to do or is it 2200 that's doing the development? The pet hospital, I think, is at 22, and then is it 2300?
Yeah,
That's where they're going to demo. And
right, 2300.
I'm just curious where they are right now in the system for the housing.
Yeah, so my understanding is they applied for a demolition permit, which can't be issued until the architectural review is approved, and I don't think they've applied for that yet. They're still
Mhm.
kind of in the design phase.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you. Christy, is there anybody online? I mean, Erica, is there anybody online that has a question for Christy?
The applicant is online and their hand is raised, so I can go ahead and allow them to speak.
Sure.
Good morning. My name is Matt Knorr with the Orozco Group, applicant for the lot line that's presented before you this morning. Just wanted to thank you for your time and the opportunity to hear this project. If you do have any questions, I'd be glad to answer. I think Christy did a great job outlining our project. The two items that were asked about, the parking and the easements, that is correct. The 2200 Gardner Road parking will remain 100% parked on the 2200 Garden Road adjusted parcel. And in regards to the easements, there are some existing utility easements, both for electrical, but primarily for the cell tower in the back, all the AT&T phone and fiber lines. Those are the existing easements that will remain in place, and they actually cross multiple parcels. But with that, again, our lot line conforms to all the IR 130 zoning requirements and development standards, and the new lot line adjustment does not impact or require any modifications to the existing buildings. All the required setbacks from both zoning and from a building code are maintained and respected. So I greatly appreciate your consideration, and again, if I can provide any additional information, I'd be glad to help.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.
Tom, do you have any questions for Matt?
I do not. Thank you, Matt.
And there's no one online, right?
Correct.
Okay, why don't we close public comment then? Any discussion, Tom, on this item?
I have no questions. It's all very straightforward, presented well. Thank you for that. And
Would you like to make a motion, Tom?
Can I interrupt here?
Oh, sure.
Actually, don't we need to describe how people can call in?
We-
We still need to do that for this?
I think we did that. in
We
the
did, but I
beginning.
can remind the public once again to join the Zoom meeting from a computer or phone. Use the link or phone numbers on the agenda posted at isearchmonterey.org. To join by telephone, dial 568-8864, then enter the webinar ID. Once again, today's webinar ID is 160-161-8047. To provide public comment via Zoom, please use the raise your hand function at the bottom of your screen. To provide comments by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand, then *6 to unmute when called upon. Public commenters will be announced using their last 3 phone number digits or the name they've typed into Zoom. There are no additional attendees online.
Okay, so
you.
Tom, I think you were going to make a motion.
Yes, I'll make a motion that we approve lot line adjustment SD 23 0079 between 2200 Garden Road and 2300 Garden Road.
And I'll second that. Erica, could you do a roll call vote?
Sure. Chair Bluth,
Aye.
Committee Member Hardy.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries.
Okay, I think that almost wraps it up. Christy, do you have any reports or issues you want to pass on?
But thanks for asking.
All right, well then let's close it down at my phone's not telling me. Oh, 10:16. So thank you, everybody.